Hey, are you more or less happy? Well, then today's Japanese slang term, girihappy, is the one for you. Because this is a term that initially is used to refer to when you've had some bad things today, but you've had some good things, and all in all, you've mainly had good things, so you're happy, all things considered. The meaning of this term has changed a bit over time, though, so let's start actually by talking about the origin, because this is a very, very recent term. As this video wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the band Komorebi, who released a song called Giri Giri in late June of 2024. Now, from what I can tell, this band is not extremely popular, especially for the kinds of people, bands, etc. that we normally talk about on this channel. Their YouTube, for instance, has less than 25,000 subscribers, but this song that they released has over 4 million plays on YouTube, being pretty popular, and it starts with a refrain of Giri Giri Girihappy. Get it, girihappy. And then this is repeated again in the chorus. Get it. And this chorus bit is really important and played really into the popularity and virality of the song, as this went viral on TikTok because people made up something called the girihappy dance. The dance involves a pretty simple movement set done with a number of poses that are made with your hands. These are kind of flexible. The traditional one is a bunch of peace signs, as you can see in this video. But there are other ones where people just kind of play with the various signs they make with their hands, as you can see in this next video done by members of the band Sakurazaka 46. These movements include the gyarupi and the hato no naka ni haita yo pose that I've talked about in other videos. So because of the popularity of this song, of this TikTok trend, etc., girihappy became like a thing. Now, of course, people have said this before the song. Like, I can find someone doing it back in 2010, but I will say it's pretty rare. Like, it's not very common year to year. Once we hit July of 2024, though, it explodes in use. For instance, speaking of the Gyaru pisu, it even made Egg's top list of Gyaru buzzwords in 2024 at number 7. And in this initial use, girihappy, based on its origin of giri giri or barely, and then, just happy. Hey, what do you call it when a Japanese political party becomes able to form a government by just one vote? Giri giri safe. In this initial use, it's again like, a 6 or 7 out of 10 day. You've had some bad things, you've had some good things, but all in all, yeah, you're happy. Barely, but you're happy. Like, this person is girihappy, and no, that's not the breakfast of champions there that they're enjoying. This person specifically mentions that they did make the finals only barely, but they still did make it, so, they are happy. They're not ecstatic, but they are girihappy. You can see similar vibes in this post about gambling wins. Like, again, it was not a huge win, but they did win some things, but they're also late to work. Here, just, someone has a struggle that they didn't want to have, but they did overcome it, so, all in all, a plus. Or even just this person who won a round of a video game and then also lost one, but they won by more than they lost. And if you look at their rank, it was plus 25 and minus 8, so it's still, a positive increase overall. But within a year of this term appearing and gaining popularity, it seems to have undergone a number of small changes. There are people still using it for its original use. I would still say that's the main use. But there has developed like a use of, I'm an extreme perfectionist and I almost got what I wanted, but I missed by barely 1 point. Like this person here got an SSS rank in a game with just 1 miss. And if we compare this to the earlier posts, the amount of bad here is much less. This is not like, a pretty good amount of bad, but a bit more of good. This is, like this more or less, but they're still using the term. Or similarly, this person got 100.99 extending percent out of a possible 101%, hitting almost everything perfect plus except for 21 perfects, and they're using the term to describe their feeling here, which again, to me, is much more in the happy category than the original users of this phrase, and seems to indicate like a perfectionist version of girihappy that has developed for people that are not happy unless they get everything right. Unlike myself, who has accepted my many limitations and has therefore achieved a state of zen. Additionally though, girihappy just seems to be a thing people say like when they're happy without any clear indication of negative. I'm not sure why it's being used in this way, but like in this post here, outside of the potential negative of what's going to happen to their liver after this is all imbibed, there's nothing here to me that shows any negatives. It's a cool design. They're going to have a party. Whatever negative is involved is not present. Yes, of course, this is just a photo. Maybe they had like a trash day before this and now they're happy. But unlike the prior posts, there's no contextual mention of a negative. Similarly, this person wanted to get 4,000 points in some game and they got it. And then, yeah, they went down, but they're back up. This might be the perfectionist one, but I'm not sure why it's giri in this case. This person likewise is just at a concert. So if there's any negatives in the day, they clearly had to happen earlier and they're not willing to share them. And this person literally only lists positives, saying it has a nice smell, using the like she there that is in addition to other things intended to be positive, yet they're saying that they're not happy, but girihappy, and I don't know why. So all in all then, it seems like girihappy is sort of losing its connection to the happy at the end of the day kind of vibe, and some people are using it just to mean happy. And I can't really explain why that is, But at the end of the day, I really think I did a pretty good explanation here given what's available, so I'm giri happy about this video.